Josh. This is my channel, Newtons per second. Welcome everybody. This is part 5 of the Custom Fiberglass Sky Digger build. And in this video, I'm going over the ejection charge and parachute construction. And here's the fiberglass build right here. This is mostly done with Composite Warehouse's parts. The first ejection charge test I did, I used 1.5 grams of black powder. And that's to make sure I get the nose cone, shock cord, and the fire shield out safely, also breaking the 2 shear pins. The weather was starting to get kind of bad, and I was in a rush. I threw in the Jupiter 3 parachute, which is a 6-foot elliptical, stuffed it in here. It was really tight fitting, not the best decision. I get the test all set up with everything, and here's how that went.
All right, so here's the nose cone. I got the chute hooked up. This was the chute I used for the level 2 cert, my Jupiter 3. I've got my 18-inch Nomex shield that's hooked up. We go over here. We're all connected up to the electronics bay, and I do have my shear pins on each side. Once I get this outside, I'll hook up a fire wire and the black powder charge. So we are wired up. I only have 1.8 grams of black powder, and that's probably going to be a little more than I need, but I think it'll be fine. So I'll get the nose cone on, get the shear pins in, and set the vacuum. Alright, here's something else. Here's the shear pins. They're way too long. They're going to end up going through the nose cone and the coupler, and it'll probably end up snagging the lines and the chute. So I'm going to cut it probably in half. Alright, I got my shear pins in. And this is the other thing I was talking about, was putting these witness marks here. You know, made it so much easier to line up the shear pin holes. Yeah, they just slid right in, no problem. So definitely worth the effort of doing this. I did use magic marker, and I also used the Dremel to actually etch in the marks also. I did cover the other 2 vent holes, and I left this one open. This is the one I'll be using with the vacuum cleaner. Alright, here we go, our first test. Here beeping. Well, we got separation, but I think I packed this in too tight here.
So as you can see there, it didn't pay off. Rushing a test like that, stuffing in a parachute that was too big. Basically everything got caught in here, and it just lobbed it out like maybe 3 feet, and everything was stuck in here. So that was a no-go. Here's the second test I did. I used about 2.5 grams of black powder, and I put a proper size chute in here. Here's that test. I'd say that's a success right there. Everything came out beautiful. that test went way better. I'm really happy with that. So I'm gonna lock that in as a successful ejection charge test. The parachute, harness, everything came out no problem. So that's good. Now I move on to the next step. I wanna pack in a parachute that I know is gonna slow this 12 to 13 pound rocket. I redesigned one of my 48-inch elliptical chutes that I make. And here's one of the standard elliptical chutes that I make here. So I redesigned it. So as is, this elliptical will handle probably around 8 to 10 pound range. The rocket weighs about 13 pounds, so I know it's going to come down faster than the 20 feet per second. So what I do is, let's see here, in the center with a spill hole, as you can see there, I put lines in, tying the spill hole to a separate chute line, and that pulls it down so it makes a donut shape. So typically an elliptical shaped chute is about coefficient drag of around like 1.5. When you pull the center in like that, you're getting closer to like 2.2, and that makes it a lot more efficient slowing the rocket down. So you can literally take a smaller parachute, pull the middle in, make it more efficient. You're saving space, packing space, and you're slowing the rocket down. Now this parachute can handle easily that 12, 13 pound range. So my next step is I want to make sure this chute is performing properly. So I go outside. At the end of the chute line, I have a half-pound sandbag I made and I quick link into it. Gently fold this up, gently fold the chute lines up, and then I take it and I toss it underhand up in the air. And I got some really cool slow motion videos. Here they are. There's the chute. I'm really happy with this. Ejection charge is set. We are pretty much ready for launch. The only thing I need to make is the rear motor mount clips, the Z clips, that's an easy thing to do. Still waiting on the field. I'm going to test fly this on. I believe that person's got the waiver, and we're just setting up a date and time for a test flight, and that's going to be with the Cicerone I-345, the White Thunder. And it's just going to be a low flight. This rocket again will be set up all dual deployment. It's only going to go about 600-700 feet, and that's plenty. That's to make sure it's flying right, balanced, it seems right compared to the center of pressure, but where this is such a unique rocket, I want to make sure that everything's working properly. I really don't want to fly it at a club sanctioned launch. So we have this person's got an FAA waiver, so we can just go to the field by ourselves and fly this and test, and won't hurt anything. So that's the plan. I'm very excited. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. We'll see you next time.